started off in customer service side of being able to really answer a lot of membership type questions. How do I do this? And really be able to do some of the very, very basic things around the where's my order type of aspect, where you don't have to share much information about who the consumer is in order to be able to answer the question. I've gone through that for about a year and a bit now, and we've actually just started to move across into also using our customers, helping our development team as we launch new elements onto our website. They get tasks every week. So as a new launch gets put out, they get a task really quickly that they then come back and give feedback on. So we're getting real-time real user QA feedback in the real-time environment, in the production environment. And then in about 2 weeks from now, we'll be launching another pilot in conjunction with Facebook and Limitless on utilizing customers to help with acquisition, to help answer questions with some of our Facebook ads. And so really being able to, again, use that knowledge of an existing customer and that trust factor that comes along sometimes with a customer more so than an employee of a company. You know, one of the great things and a total intended consequence of utilizing our customers is that you get to hear how you use it in their life and what it means to them. You heard Susan's a GM of a wine and liquor store. We've got another lady on the platform, Sharon, who's a chief of staff for a very large multinational company. She wouldn't tell me who, I didn't press on it, but for her, she loved doing it because her day job is so complex. And the type of work they do takes months to get results. And she loves the personal satisfaction of being able to get it and help somebody immediately. She can just take that time when she's at the grocery store or she's picking up her laundry or whatever, where she can go out and get some personal satisfaction for her accomplishment anytime, any day that she wants to.
My original plan was that we would keep bricks and mortar for the majority of our staff, and then we would staff using Gig for all of those peak season. And then it saves us having to ramp people up and let people go, which is a really horrendous experience for advocates. You know, if you go to some of the smaller countries that we're in, and they know that there's thousands going up, and then people hire and fire, it doesn't do a great deal for your reputation. So we've been able to use niche languages, we've been able to use some of our big languages, but for those ramps as well.
What we learned from that experience was, number one, the response that the person was getting from the expert. There was a higher level of satisfaction because you can see in the communication between the person who submitted the issue and the expert that there was a common experience or bond because they are both Postmates, if you will. So our satisfaction for issues that are resolved by our experts is roughly 20 to 25% higher than those issues are solved by our internal associates, if you will. So that was one of the early results we saw. The other thing that we saw as well is that our experts were getting to those issues with a high response time. Like it was, I think our average is less than a minute. So somebody posts a question and there is a response within less than a minute. And that's hard to do from a call center perspective for email, right? To get that same level of response time. It's almost real time. So that was one of the positive things we saw as well.
So Limitless is a good gig company. We focus incredibly hard on doing the right thing by everyone in the business, all of our stakeholders, clients, and our experts. It translates into many different activities. One of the key ones is that in any jurisdiction that our ambassadors are, they are protected by their local terms and conditions to make sure they are compliant and legal in terms of doing gig work there. And it's an emerging area, so that's a significant amount of effort for us. But we really want everyone to feel protected wherever they are working.
What Gig's allowed us to do is to look into markets for people who maybe have accessibility, and we could go out and give them this kind of work, but without them having to physically travel, which is great, or military, returning mums, etc. So we get a real diversity of workforce to think about how we reinvest rather than giving that all back so we can create a wow and be really proud of what we do again.